Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top. Looking for music that lifts your spirit and fills your heart? Experience the powerful sound of the Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square. Now streaming on all your favorite music platforms. Find the Tabernacle Choir on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Amazon Music, and Pandora. Let the music of the Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square inspire you today and every day. Whether you're at home, in the car, or on the go, enjoy the beauty of their world-renowned sound anytime. The Tabernacle Choir at Temple Square, streaming now.
It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NFL.
With the 9th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Spencer Fano, tackle, Utah. With the 28th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Caleb Lomu, tackle, Utah.
Well, PK, we were told all year that the Utes had 2 first-round draft picks, and there it is. They go 9th and 28th, exactly as advertised. No surprises. That was the range they were supposed to be in, top 10 and late first round.
Yeah, it's good they joined the Sun Devils, 2 first-round picks.
2 for the Utes, 2 for the Devils, 2 for the rest of the Big 12, who had 6 first-round
That's
picks.
a decent showing. It's not Ohio State that had like 6 in the top 10, as usual.
They did have 4 guys named right out of the gate and just blowing through there. The Big Ten's like, yeah, we had the most with 10, and Ohio State's over there. Yeah, we did the heavy lifting. That was cute from the rest of you guys.
Well, Ohio State says that if you're not a first-round pick, they're not even interested in recruiting you. So that's what they do, obviously. But, yeah, good for the local guys. They lived up to the billing. They had that billing at this time last year after the draft was over, particularly Fano, who pretty much had it after his freshman year. He just had to wait his time, which was 3 years. Lomo, I think, played like 25 snaps his first year, so he got a redshirt season. So he had 2 years of eligibility if he wanted, but he didn't want it. He needed to go make the money. Good for him. Having that opportunity to go in the first round, 2 offensive linemen. It's what Utah does, man. They put guys in the trenches that go to the NFL regularly. This is just another 2.
Ohio State with 4 of the top 11 picks. How much pressure on Ryan Day to win, no matter what Kyle does at Michigan or Indiana? Man, it's Ohio State. They got 4, and there's nobody close.
Yeah, I think it's been that way forever and ever. Woody Hayes, John Cooper, Earl Bruce, the one other little dude who was from Ohio that went back into administration. I can't think of his name. I could see his face. And Ryan Day, Urban Meyer. It's Ohio State. I mean, it hasn't changed at any point. So it just the pressure is always there. You have to win and win big.
So the other storylines, as expected, Fernando Mendoza, number 1 to the Raiders. The second pick, yes, Texas Tech. I guess they're spending the money on the right guys, right? David Bailey goes number 2. Right. The Chiefs move up to 6 to not help the offense, to help the defense.
No, it's football, man. You need help everywhere. And the Raiders thing, that Al Davis impression that you do, I don't think most people get that anymore.
That's other people doing Al Davis.
I like what the Raiders did in Mendoza. I mean, he was a star. And now they, last year they drafted running back Genty out of Boise State the year before, the Bowers kid, the tight end. So you got some good weapons there to build around. I would think at some point, you keep drafting these high picks, you've got to start getting some momentum in the win column.
And Jeremiah Love, Notre Dame running back, goes 3rd. The return of the running back was Ashton Genty last year. Jeremiah Love, we're starting to see people use high picks on backs.
Well, I guess if you're good enough, the Love pick, so the Cardinals need help all over the place. They didn't think there was a quarterback there. I think most people were surprised that the kid from Alabama went to the Rams at 13, and good for him. That's a great spot to be in. I don't know if he's going to turn out to be anything, but for him, that's a good spot to be in. The Cardinals have James Conner and a kid named Tyler Algier. So we'll see what he can do there. He's going to have some competition, but, he was really good in college. Most people looked at him as the runner-up in the Heisman, if there is such a thing, that he was that good. And he, high, big-time exposure stage. You're not going to get any higher from where he came from, Notre Dame.
And now Ty Simpson goes into the Jordan Love role, right? And Stafford becomes the guy on the clock. How long will Aaron Rodgers stay in Green Bay? Stafford, and he's signed for a couple more years. Not that he couldn't retire.
I think
after
Stafford
one
is signed for one
it.
more year, is what they were saying this season.
Day 2 of the NFL Draft starts tonight, 5 o'clock. DJ and PK.
#NBA.
If there is one, are you going to be able to rebound it?
Get it in. McCollum fires. Hawks take the lead. 109 to 108.
Nowhere to go. Gave it up to Barrett. Barrett on the drive. Put it up and in. Little teardrop from RJ. 58-0. Barrett outside to Barnes. Barnes in the teeth of the defense once again. Barnes.
1 of 8 from downtown.
That's the second time that Spencer has touched the ground.
He took that one from St. Paul. He was so far away.
Highlights from the NBA playoffs, 3 games. Nikola Jokić struggling to shoot the ball, just a little better than 25% from the floor. And they didn't have Aaron Gordon, and they don't have a win either. Game 3, Minnesota dominates. They're up 2-1 in that series.
Well, yeah. I mean, you look at their top 2 scorers, 7 from 26, and for Murray, 5 of 17. I mean, we can talk all about all these things you want to talk about, but if the ball don't go in no hoop, you're in trouble. They shot 34% from the floor and 25% from the 3. You're going to lose most times when you shoot that poorly, especially from your 2 main guys, your 2 all-stars. What's that, 12 field goals and whatever 26 plus 17 is? 43, 33, 63, 73? I don't know.
Cleveland loses in Toronto, so Toronto gets a win for the first time. Cleveland's still up 2-1 in that series. The Cleveland bench shot the ball pretty well, but the Cleveland starters from 3, an atrocious 5 of 25, 20%. Yikes. Donovan Mitchell, 15 points in the 126-104.
Yeah, that's less than half of the average in the first 2 games.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's basketball, man. He's not going to shoot a high-level percentage every time. If I'm Cleveland, whoop-de-doo. It's going to happen. I don't care who you are. Mitchell's a good player. He's all-star and all that caliber for sure, but, I mean, he's not an all-time great. Where it's Steph Curry. If Steph Curry has bad games, which he's had, then Donovan Mitchell's going to have them. Sometimes the ball doesn't go in. We can complicate this sport as much as you want, but often that's what it boils down to.
Hawks beat the Knicks 109-108. Atlanta wins at home. They are up 2-1. C.J. McCollum with the big shot to put the Hawks in front. And then the Knicks couldn't get a shot off in the last sequence, ended up throwing it in their backcourt and losing the game. So the Hawks now up 2-1 on a New York team with high hopes and high expectations and now a hole to dig out of.
Well, I think that I've seen this so many times. You're worried about getting the last shot. Just get it. Why not get a great shot right off the bat if you can get one? And maybe they couldn't get one in this case. It wasn't like there was anything that was just wide open. But so many times you see them, they're worried about the clock, and then they don't get a good shot. In this case, they didn't even get any form of a shot. Dribble to the baseline and allow the baseline to become another defender, and you got nowhere to go.
Yep. And it was a little guy trying to score around big guys, and Brunson didn't have anywhere to go, any way to get a shot off, so when he tried to find a guy out top, he threw it in the backcourt, and that's the end of that.
It broke my heart.
The team of your youth, the New York Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
The Sixers and the Celtics 1-1 play in Philly tonight. The Lakers up 2-0 going to Houston, and the Spurs and Blazers are 1-1. Big Vic, what's going to happen? When will we see him again? Bum. Those are the 3 games tonight, all on Prime Video. DJ and PK.
I'm here on the job site with Dale, who's a framing contractor.
Hey, good morning.
Dale traded up to Geico Commercial Auto Insurance for all his business vehicles. We're here where he needs us most.
Yep, they sure are.
We make it easy for him to save on all his insurance needs, all in one place, with coverage that fits his business and bottom line. Oh, I shouldn't have looked down.
It's all right.
We're so far up here.
Look at me. Take a deep breath.
No, I'm good. So good.
Get a commercial auto insurance quote today at geico.com and see how much you could save. It feels good to Geico.
Hashtag college football.
The draft, we mentioned the Big Ten led the way with 10. The SEC had 7 players picked in the first round. The ACC 6, the Big 12 5, 2 for Notre Dame, and 1 for the group of 6. So now the conferences can beat the chest over that, and then I guess beat their chest after rounds 2 and 3. To see
you told us the Big 12 had 6. Now they got 5?
The Big 12 does have 6. 5, my bad. 6. UCF had a guy drafted. In addition, David Bailey went 2. The Devils had 2, and the Utes had 2. It was 6. And college football playoff expansion talks left unresolved. Debate continues over what will it be, a 16-team tournament, a 24-team tournament. What are they going to do? They can't agree, so it drags on. Rounds of meetings and all that stuff and blah, 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 yada, yada.
Yeah, I think this was the commissioners and Notre Dame's athletic director was there to discuss all that stuff down in Dallas. Going back and forth. Yormark didn't think it was going to get done for a bit now, so obviously this year it's going to be 12. I don't see why they just don't go to 16 and then see where it's at. Why have to have a definitive, this is what it's going to be for whatever? I don't have any problem with trying out things and then go from there.
Wonder how much of it is ego between the Big Ten and the SEC. They've dug in. No, we're going to do what we want. We're going to do what we want. And everybody else on the sideline looking at
They're not doing what we want.
Yeah. So right now it's saying at 12, which nobody wants, but that's where it is. But when Yormark can so accurately predict this in advance, it doesn't seem like
if you predict it in the
so far in
past,
advance,
then it's not a prediction. It's a fact, right?
If he knows it weeks ago, then it's not really a negotiation now. People are dug in.
Well, he said it at the Big 12 football game when they had the press conference before. I was there. He said he did not anticipate it happening for next season, which would now be this upcoming season.
So you're basically 4.5, almost 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag BYU.
The breaking news.
The news is already out there. Today I'm officially declaring for the 2026 NBA draft. But as y'all all know, there was not contribution, but my mom wanted me to stay in college for real to graduate. But I told my mother that I'm gonna declare for the draft, but I'm gonna finish and get my degree online. I'll probably finish within the next 4 years. I'm gonna stay at BYU, enroll in classes online. I'll probably major in mass communications and just get my degree online because I wanted to make both of them happy. Obviously, their ultimate goal is for me to go to college for free.
There's A.J. DeBonsa making it official. He's headed to the NBA draft. He's going to get a college degree. And will he go number 1 in the 2026 NBA draft? I expect he will, but we don't even know the draft order till May 10th. So there is A.J. doing what really we expected, PK. He's going pro.
Well, the system demands it. And sure, you can get your degree online if that's what you want. I like it. Anybody who does that then becomes a spokesperson, man or woman, for other young people because there's going to be maybe 20 people in his lifetime who have the basketball talent that he has, and he's going to make millions. He did not go to college for free. He was handsomely rewarded. He didn't have to pay anything. But the 99.9, particularly in communities that struggle financially, this is your way out. If there's ever a way out, or your best way out, put it that way, is through education. and then he could stand up there and speak to young people as his profile is going to get exponentially larger and larger over the next 15 years. And then he can speak to people, young people, impressionable people, and say, yeah, this is what you need to do. I think it's absolutely awesome if he does it.
There's all sorts of studies out there about what you make if you have a GED or a high school degree versus if you don't. And then if you go get some type of degree and training from a trade school, how much more do you make? And how much more do you make if you go to a 2-year school or a 4-year school or get a graduate degree? So you can see all the trends out there if you chase them. Like you said, it's a well-worn path. It doesn't make it an easy path for people, especially depending on whatever they have to overcome or where they're starting from.
Yep.
But there is a path there. And, you don't have to look any further than the junior colleges here and the numbers for Snow and for Slick and the number of people going and getting degrees and making more money and helping themselves and their families out.
Yep.
All right, DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
And Jeffers is swinging a fly ball into left field. Back it goes. Deep it goes. Tie game! Ryan Jeffers, an 8th-inning grand slam. And the Twins have come back. It is 7-7 at Citi Field. Now Bichette hits one toward the gap in left center field. Racing back, Rodick. He won't get there. It's off the wall. Beatty is in. Semien scores. Fan scores. Bo Bichette drives in 3 with a bases-clearing double.
Tonight is the 1-0. There's a swing, and that ball's belted out to right field. And that is hit a ton. It is gone. Seager's 6th home run of the year. A no-doubter.
Highlights from around Major League Baseball. The Mets were up 6-1 in the second inning. It looked like they were going to snap their massive 12-game losing streak, and then you heard Minnesota battling back to tie it in the 8th at 7. But the Mets pulled themselves together and get the 10-8 win, so the streak is over. They got a lot of work to do to even their record up and get back to 500, but they do get the 10-8 win over Minnesota and end the streak. Now we can turn our attention to Philadelphia, PK. They lost their 9th in a row as the Cubs won their 9th in a row.
Yeah, I think they ended the streak 2 nights ago, but Lindor is out too because he came home with a run a couple of nights ago and felt something in his leg, and he's one of their better players, so the Mets are up against it. The Phillies, man, they're up against it. They've got a long losing streak. Cubs got a big winning streak. My guy, Cam Schindler, goes to hometown. His dad, the chief of police in one of the communities in Boston, and he pitches well. People were throwing stuff at him in the bullpen. Those Boston fans, they're so classless. I hate them.
And the Yankees have won 6 in a row now.
Yes, they have.
Look at the Yankees go with that.
I look at them, man. I look at them often. The team that was closest to my home, literally. I mean, the Mets were a few miles away.
All right, DJ and PK.
Hashtag NHL.
Picked up by Lehkonen. We'll go low to high for Devon Taves. Cale Makar. Picked up by LaFerriere. Winding shot, scores! A beautiful seeing eye shot by Cale Makar. For Taylor Hall. Hall fans on a pass. Gets it back. Miller feeds Blake. They score! The Hurricanes respond and retake the lead. Jackson Blake. 2-1, Carolina. Comes to Byram. Middle of the ice for Krebs. Saka got on him in a hurry. Now it's Tuck with a shot, and he scores! Alex Tuck has put the Sabres ahead.
Stanley Cup playoff highlights. Sabres win in Boston 3-1. They're up 2-1 in this series, and we're working on a couple of potential sweeps. Carolina beat Ottawa 2-1. They're up 3-0. Colorado beats LA 4-2. They are up 3-0. And that is what the
picked up by Lehkonen.
Mammoth were playing to avoid, PK. Avoid the Avalanche. They look awesome, and it's 3-0 in the first round series.
Yeah, I don't have that mindset of avoiding somebody because at that point I'm immediately defeated. Once I want to avoid anything, I'm going to get it, and I'm going to lose. I've already set myself up. But that's here and there now. It's all about making history in Salt Lake City. the first playoff game ever in the NHL in the state of Utah. That's
tonight.
Extremely exciting. The
7:30
buzz will be there.
Delta Center. History will be made. And they'll be back for Game 4 on Monday, and we have tickets to that game that will be given away in the 8 o'clock hour. So stick around. Lower Bowl tickets to see Game 4 Monday night. We will give them away in the 8 o'clock hour this morning. There are your headlines. That's what's trending. And it is all brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. No job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. David Locke's going to join us this morning at 8:30. Pablo Mastroianni at 9 o'clock. Stick around. DJ and PK, the question of the day is next.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone.